Welcome back to Garage Bad Dream Adventure. In this episode, we upgrade our robot's body to stage 0, and we also read a poem from a frog. Let's see, so they made it sound like it was going to be pretty expensive. Hopefully I have enough stamps. Been periodically just kind of checking my traps as I'm cruising around. Just so that over time I can accumulate more monies. Haven't been seeing too many of those achievement ones, but did I just get one for going to that person's place? Oh yeah, I got 500 stamps for visiting Lau's room, so that'll come in handy. $20,000. Whoo-wee. Oh, we just got enough. Hell yeah. Is that a new... Sweet. I can get like a nice little rebate for spending all my hard-earned monies. So if I'm correct, that should be all the stuff that we need for the stage 0 upgrade. I don't know why, but my brain's thinking of like Zero Suit Samus. And I'm just trying to picture this little guy in like skin tight blue outfit. Yeah, I don't like that visual. Hey Lau, Daddy's home. We made short work of your shopping list. Now chop chop, get to upgrading. Oh, so you've got all the parts. Now I can finally see the results of my research. Well then, let's begin. Your body has been modified to stage 0. Your power improved. Your ego level improved 50%. Oh wow, I'm all the way at the top over here. Heck yes. How does it feel? Your ego level and power should be improved drastically. Awesome. Well, now... I don't know. Do I need more power for anything, particularly at the moment? Let me keep pestering you, see if you get any new dialogue. You have an awfully large reserve tank, don't you? Do you want me to install it to you? Oh, yes, please. Let me see. Hopefully I have enough. Or it doesn't cost anything. Oh, yes! I'm topped up on fuel and ego. It is done. Thank you so much, Lau. How are you doing? Doing fine, thank you. How are you? You reminded me of something weird that happened. Look, we don't need to talk about Uncle Bad Touch. Just suppress those memories, and if that doesn't work, plenty of alcohol. A little while ago, a machine named Shen came to see me, but he looked so much like the machine named Yang, they were indistinguishable. But that machine said he doesn't know anything about Yang. The way he talked and the things he talked about were totally different from Yang. Was he really not Yang? Maybe he was Ying. By the way, do you enjoy fishing? Not particularly, but this game just keeps making me do it. Then do you know a frog called Wang Shu? No, isn't that a song? Everybody Wang Shu tonight. It is a terribly huge frog. One day I was fishing for parts at the fishing spot in the back of cabin. I happened to have a sui xiao with me and wanted to find out what I'll be able to catch with it. And I had a very strong fish hook that was used for fishing parts too. Until then, I thought sui xiao was the top predator of the aquatic machines. So I never thought a thing like that existed, but I couldn't catch it. Just when I almost got it pulled out of the sewage, I was tugged into the sewage. If Chiao didn't save me, I wouldn't be here now. This is information about Wang Shui. Well, have a try at it if you're interested. Received Wang Shui fishing information. Something tells me that's going to be like necessary to catch. Do you know about the thing called the Resurrection Stone? No, I can't say that I do. We have, what is it, an ordinary stone? A thing called the Resurrection Stone exists in this world. They say that if you have it, you will never fall apart, even if your ego level or milky fuel becomes 0. That sounds incredibly valuable. But that's ridiculous. A thing like that is not possible. How are you doing? Alright, and we reached, that's it for dialogue. Let's see what... Wang Shui fishing information. Acquired stage 0. Ground bait hook number 100 or above, bait Siwahu. Prefers open space. Don't I have any Siwahu? Those are just fishing hooks and bait traps. Maybe. Oh, I think I sold all my fish that I had. Do I have fishing information for Siwahu? Oh, I do. Stage 4, open space. Ground bait, Guitar Hero's score? How do you use a score as bait? Number 100 or above. Memoirs, sucker female, long neck, giant crab eater. Don't think I have, well, I don't have anything right now. So let's do a bunch of laps, get some bait going on, because you know I'm a master debater. And then we'll meet back here and do some fishing. All right, and with all of those preparations out of the way, we got a bunch of bait to fish the mythical frog. Fish hook we need is fish hook 100. It says or higher, but I'm like, is there anything higher than 100? Actually ended up finding a fish hook number 100 tuned. No idea what that means. For the bait, we have to use this guy, the Xiao Hao, who is an absolute pain to catch. And that's about it, so wish me luck. Yeah, this one's a fighter. Jesus. Well, we caught the mythical frog. Hello, Wang Shu. I never thought anyone would catch me. You're unbelievable. What do you want? The only thing I can give you is this. Received the memory of the stone. The memory of the stone was absorbed into the ordinary stone. The ordinary stone turned into a resurrection stone. Acquired a resurrection stone. So you had the stone. It is the will to keep dreaming. Do you know what this dream means? This dream is the world itself. In other words, if you have it, you won't fall apart, no matter what happens. You'll be freed from the burden of maintaining those stupid ego level and fuel. Oh, that sounds phenomenal. You might be able to... Let me think about it for a while. Come again. What do you mean, come again? Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. 5 more fancy hooks. I guess maybe we gotta try catching this bad boy again. Hopefully it's... That actually wasn't too bad. I've had lesser frogs put up more of a fight. Ah. I lost the hook. Kind of more worried about losing the bait. I only managed to catch like 4 of those things. Oh, jeez. Ah. The remarkable thing about this stupid fishing minigame is it never feels like I'm getting the hang of it. At least maybe with like the lesser frogs. But these specific ones that have very specific requirements, they are... You gotta finesse it quite a bit. That is an unsettling noise. Wang Shu, I was waiting for you. Really? Because I haven't gone anywhere. I just dropped a new line in. Do you know how doom is caused? By not knowing how to play your guitar and playing really slow. By rocks collapsing. By getting engulfed by a flood. Or by fallen meteorites. These things are cruel, yet beautiful dooms. But there is a most common and hopeless doom. That's destroying oneself. Here is a very story of destroying oneself. Are you interested? Look, man, I don't got all day. Can we be quick about it? To me, it is just a well-worn story you can find anywhere. But I'm not the one who decides if it is well-worn or not. Received the notes written by Yang of the Outside World. This story came from the same place the memory of the stone came from. Geez, what a selfish jerk, using my body without my permission. Excuse me? Do you need to, like, talk to someone official? Point to us on the froggy doll where... never mind. Come again, after you've read this. Now you're assigning me homework? This is just becoming tedious. Alright, what's the Memoirs of a Froggy Geisha have to say? I let her die. I killed her. I am the one who killed her. Whatever the reason, whatever the course of event, I am the one who killed her. I didn't want her to die. I didn't want to kill her. I wanted her to live. I wished she would come out of the cage and discover the world outside. But my thoughts mean nothing because she is no longer here. At first, I couldn't understand at all why she desired my violence. But now I think I understand why she had to drive herself into such a dreadful situation. I think she never intended to put herself into a corner. She just accepted as a given that the world is a more dreadful place. That was what the world was to her. The world she wished to live in was far more dreadful, and that was the only world she knew. She had no other choice. It is very possible that seeking violence from me was the only communication means she could choose. A one-way communication. a one-way road, and a vehicle that can only travel in a certain direction on that road. The relationship between a road and a vehicle, the domain able to change its surrounding. The domain able to change is surrounded by the domain not able to change. The melancholy of the road and the melancholy of the vehicle exist there. But the problem is, of course, the melancholy of the vehicle. We should just leave the melancholy of the road be, because the road is also a vehicle, and the only true problem, domain that needs to change, for the road is its melancholy as a vehicle. The only role of the road in the road-vehicle relationship is to let the vehicle travel smoothly as possible. However, there are people in this world who don't think so, or people who don't want to think so, or who refuse to think so. You can call them any way you want. It's just that there are people who don't make such effort. A vehicle with a broken engine becomes dependent on the sloping road. Stagnant water becomes dependent on the vessel. This is the logic of the people who make no such effort. But the fact is, there is no vehicle with a broken engine or stagnant water. They are nothing more than slaves, created by the sloping road and the vessel. Then why do sloping roads and vessels need such slaves? That's simple. The sloping roads and vessels have forgotten that they are also vehicles and water, or they are afraid to admit it. They have become a sloping road or a vessel by escaping from their fear of failure, by seeking security, and by preventing themselves from changing. And the sloping roads and vessels will lose their meaning of existence if there is no vehicle or water. That is ridiculous. No one can escape from being a vehicle or water. Everything is the content as well as the vessel. You can't choose only one of the two. First, it approaches me smiling. It raises its hand, smiling, and surprises me. Its face is facing me, but it is not looking at me. The face is a mask. It is a mask, but it starts moving. The moving mask is made of many worms and makes incomprehensible sound. I can't move. When I look closer, I see that the whole body of that something wearing a worm mask is also made up of worms. The worms grab my hands and hair and shake me. The world starts to spin, and everything bursts. And then my surroundings turn pitch black. This feels like very middle school emo poetry. There is a hole. I go into it. But inside the hole, my arms and legs become heavy, and I can't move. It is sloshy, and I can't go anywhere because it clings to my body. I can't go anywhere anymore. It is my fault that I can't go anywhere. No, it's not my fault. I've done nothing. Then I open my eyes and find the smiling face in front of me again. Tons of worms are smiling. The world spins, bursts, and turns pitch dark. This is repeated again and again. No matter how I struggle, it doesn't change. I can never escape from it. That is my world. That is why I decided to find a deeper hole inside the hole. I'm going to keep going into the hole and find a hole that is not so sloshy. I mean, isn't that just the crux of all of our desires, is to find a hole within the hole? Everyone has strange delusions. Most of them are stupid. Delusions caused by stupid reasons. Maybe all delusions are stupid. But that's not what matters. There is a reason for a reason, and there is a reason for that reason too. What I'm saying is, stupid things are not just stupid. However, I'm not saying that everything deserves to be justified. I don't mean to say that. Instead, I am talking about the domains that can't be measured by fairness or unjustness. A world where psychophysical law is everything. A world that may not be scientific, but too physical. It's just that the subjects that should be the standard are not encoded yet. No one can escape from this power relationship. Not even me. In fact, I couldn't escape from its power. I started to help her find her deep hole. The reason is simple. She wanted me to help her, and at the same time, I opened the gate to my wickedness, because I couldn't help her without opening the gate. The quest for her deep hole escalated gradually, and as it escalated, she was gnawed by anxiety and was torn down more than ever. But she kept telling me that we are almost there, and I became unable to distinguish between guilt and pleasure. It is difficult to say that people can get used to anything, but I think it's possible to become numb. I don't know if the deep hole she wanted is a numb place or not, but I got obsessed with constantly renewing my numbness toward myself. There was only action with no room for empathy, and this action woke up my memories of the past, which I had sealed up. Everybody grows up surrounded by overwhelming violence. This is a generality. Everyone is raised as a vehicle set on a sloping road. In this process, I tried to fight this reality by using equal violence. It means I was wicked enough from the beginning. But as I grew up, I sealed up my wickedness with absurd things like ethics, honesty, and love. Still, I don't think I ever had any ethics or honesty, let alone love. I only saw them as something like clouds in the sky. They never belonged to me, and I had many chances to verify this perception, not only for myself, but also for all others. Not only me, but also everyone revealed their true nature so easily. The clouds floating in the sky were nobodies. They belonged to no one. Nobody can become a cloud in the sky. People only wish to have them. People just keep wishing for them. Those clouds never come down to earth. I think those clouds were our wishes themselves. If we're, 70% water after we pass on, a fair amount of that water is just going to kind of get absorbed back into the water table, the earth, the ground, whatever. Absorption happens. We may someday be clouds. That's kind of a hopeful message. But I don't believe that everyone is born as a wicked being. Wickedness is only a part of a being, not the whole, or merely a process of a movement. That's what I thought. But I was almost taken over by the wickedness, which was only a part of me. This temptation got stronger every time I answered her request. This is how I drifted away from the clouds floating in the sky, although I never lost sight of them. I frequently imagined me and her switching bodies. It's a wild imagination. It was impossible, and there was no point in imagining it. And whether I desire it or not, no change will happen. Only physical violence can create change. But what she really wanted was probably not violence, but the result of violence. That is dependence. I know that. There is no identity there, only the possibility of a body able to change. There was one time I felt she and I were sharing her whole. At that time, I felt for sure that I was in the hole with her, but I was the one who felt that way, not her. I don't know if she felt she had shared the hole with me or not. She might have needed me, but what she needed was my violence, not me. Becoming violence is the only way to be needed by her. But even so, she says it has to be me. I felt like all the world's meanings peeled off from the ground and scattered into the air, and I was left on the ground with nothing. There was only ground on the ground I was standing on. The ground had no meaning, and I am the only one standing on it. That is probably how I also became a slave to the whole. And that whole is different from her whole. You should not be traipsing around investigating other holes. I probably shouldn't have answered her requests. I shouldn't have opened the gate to my wickedness, but I couldn't imagine myself choosing another path. The two holes will never intersect. They are different holes. By trying to get close to her, I opened another hole that will never intersect. A song which entered from the wrong entrance cannot sing. A song which entered from the wrong entrance can only be at a loss. It is a song that can't be sung. The song that can't be sung will only be repeated in their own places. She and I were both singing a song that entered from the wrong entrance. A song that can't be sung, but in different holes. And the end came abruptly. We didn't reach the end of the path of exploration. We simply failed. Wow, Magical Frog, I'm really glad you had me read that. I only got 2 of the Sew-Who's left, so whatever you're getting at, you better get there quickly. Eating all my damn bait like a freeloader. I am never prepared for that sound. Wang Shui, well, it seems like you're ready. Now I can restart the time I've stopped. It is up to you to decide whether you will go beyond this or not. It is irreversible beyond this point. There is no turning back. You need to prepare yourself. How about it? Do you want to go? What do you say? Let's do it. Are you sure? Absolutely. All right then. I have nothing to say. Go and see what happens with your own eyes. The End of the End, Chapter 10. Alright, well hopefully that means I am done fishing. And see what this guy's got to say. Something has changed inside my mind just now, as if a part of my memory has suddenly been released. Why do I feel so insecure? Hey, will you go see Koppel and check how Juice is doing? Yeah, I think we can manage that. Hey, thanks for watching to the end of the video. If you enjoyed what you saw, please hit that subscribe button. That way you won't miss out on my next upload. Until next time, here's some other videos you may enjoy. Also, come hang out with us in my Facebook meme group, linked in the description below.